Hello students, in this video I'm going to cover question number 11 that is related to your projectile. And in this video, first of all, I'm going to explain you some basics of your projectile. If you know how to solve projectile and if you know the equations, then you can just drag the equation and you can start with this question MCQ 3.1. Else, if you don't know, you can start with me from the beginning. Okay, the first word that is called projectile. What is projectile motion? You need to understand. Let's say we have the y-axis, we have the x-axis. If I throw or if I launch something like this, and if it travels and complete the path like a curve, this is called projectile motion. This is the projectile motion. This is always two-dimensional motion. So whenever we are going to solve anything, we have to solve an x-axis and y-axis. Fine. Okay. I will tell you some basic equations so that you can relate with this thing and you can solve. First, we have the general equation of motion. General equation of motion. So what we have first one, x is equals to x naught plus vi t plus half times axt square. Second, we have vf is equals to vi plus a times t. Third is vf square is equals to vi square plus 2ax. Okay, now we need to relate these three equations here along the x-axis and along the y-axis. If you're solving something along x-axis, the path is along x-axis, path is along y-axis. So you just need to convert. Okay, the first equation remains the same. X equals x naught, okay, plus vi means vx naught, okay, plus half axt square. Some interesting thing which you need to understand about the x-axis, ax always 0, because if you are launching something, it is going upward. So there is always the part of gravity. There is no part of acceleration along x-axis, no part. So this is your first equation. So the second equation, can I say vf is equals to vi plus 0. What does it mean? Can I say vx final is always equals to vx initial? Yes or no? Clear? Okay. Third thing, same, vf square, vxf square is equals to vxi square. Okay, same thing, huh? Now in terms of y-axis, what you need to understand. In terms of y-axis, there are the two cases, upward and downward. Upward, let's say body is going up or the body is going down. If something is going up, you have to take a is equals to negative g because it is going against gravity. And if something is going down, a is equals to plus g. So in the same way, you need to solve the equation number 1. Instead of, you can say y equals y naught plus v y naught, initial velocity along y-axis t, here is also t, plus half ay t square. And this ay depends upon upward, then negative g, downward, then plus g. Clear? Similarly, you can solve the second equation and the third equation. So you can say second equation, vy final is equals to vy initial plus a times t. And I told you this is ay and that depends upon the questions. Okay. Now some interesting points which you need to focus during the question. Important points. The major point you need to focus about time. Let's say if there is a projectile and which is going like this. This is called your T max. So maximum time, or you can say the maximum height also. This is your maximum height. This is called your word called range. Okay, so we are looking for the time. Can I say at this point of time, velocity, how to solve the velocity? There are the factors, huh? Let's say this is the point. So you have only this vector, which is along Vx. This vector Vy is equals to 0. Clear? And there is one more factor, which is downward, huh? This is the factor of gravity. But because you throw this thing, so you have the first factor which is upward. So the first factor which is upward. Clear? The gravity factor is upward because you are going against gravity. Okay, so find the time of flight or time of maximum, T max. So can I say Vf or Vyf equals Vyi plus A yt. Is that fine? Okay, so initial velocity is, or final velocity is 0 equals, what is the initial velocity? Can I say v naught sine of theta minus g times t? Okay, how to solve this value? There is a question in your mind. Okay, I will draw it here for you so that you can understand. Let's say whenever you throw something, okay, it makes an angle theta. So this velocity is called v naught, initial velocity. It has two components. Along the x-axis, vx naught is equals to v naught cosine theta, and this is your vy naught, which is equals to v not sine of theta. Clear? Okay, so I can use Vyi or Vi naught. You can say, we can say Vx naught, which is equals to Vxi, Vy naught, which is equals to Vyi. Clear? This is something you have to keep in mind. So V sine theta. So if you find T is equals to V not sine of theta divided by g. This is for maximum height. This is for maximum height. And if you want to solve for full time for full projectile, then in that case you just need to multiply with 2 times of T max, then which is equals to 2 times of V naught sine of theta divided by g. You can use this directly. There, fine. Okay, and now guys, these are just the basic things, and if there is anything else, I will cover in the question itself. Okay, there is a first question. An arrow is shot, okay, horizontally with a speed of 20 meter per second. Try to understand this question, huh? This is something very interesting. Let's say you are here on the top of a building and you throw something. Let's say this is the D and there's an arrow and you throw. Arrow is going like this. So which velocity is here? I can say Vx naught. Can I say Vy naught is equals to 0? Do you understand? Because it is not showing. This is not a case of projectile. It's a simple equation. Okay, so it's keep on moving. Okay, now what you need to do, speed is given, so can I say Vx naught, which is equals to 20 meter per second. From the top of a tower, height is given, so height is 60 meter. Okay, that is along the y-axis. Okay, time to reach the ground, time, we are looking for time. So can I say y is equals to y naught plus half y naught plus v y naught t plus half ay t square. Okay, your height is 60, which is equals to 0 plus initial velocity is 0 plus half. What is the, where it is going? It is going downwards. So can I say positive 9.8 t square? So 120 divided by 9.8, which is equals to t square. T is equals to root of 120 divided by 9.8. So your answer is, just solve this, is put in the calculator and your value is 3.5 seconds. Clear? Fine. Okay, yeah, 3.5 second. Question number 2. This is something very interesting and I will tell you a shortcut to solve this type of question. A projectile is launched. Okay, when you see the diagram, you have to focus something. Angle is given. Okay, answer 3.2. Theta is given 60 degree. So can I say Vxi, which is equals to V naught cosine 60, and Vyi, which is equals to V naught sine 60 degree. Clear? Okay, fine. And V naught is given. V naught is 30 meter per second as per the equation. Now read the question and solve it. A projectile, the word is given, launched from the top of a building. Initial velocity is given. Okay, fine. Angle is given. Okay, find the magnitude of its velocity. Okay, this question is something very, very interesting. First, you should know what is the meaning of velocity. Can I say V, total velocity? That is the Vx, x cap, plus Vy, y cap. Do you understand this thing? Sure. See, what is the velocity? It is not saying x-axis velocity or y-axis velocity. He's asking about the velocity. So this is the velocity. Then what is the magnitude of velocity? From the vectors you know, so v should be equals to root of vx square plus vy square. Yes or no? Clear? Similarly, we can find the directions also. Okay, now the question is, he's asking velocity at time is equals to 5. So you should know what is the Vx. Vx final, we have to find out, which is equals to V initial or Vx initial plus Axt. I told you Ax is always 0. So Vx final is equals to Vx initial. What is Vx initial? We know V naught cosine 60 degree. So solve this value. So you get Vxf, which is V naught is 30 cosine 60. Cosine 60. Yes or no? Okay. So you solve this, you will get the answer 25.98 meter per second. Till here clear? Okay. Now what we are looking for? We are looking for second part, that is the Vy. Okay, solve the Vy and then we will solve the V. Find Vy. So Vyf is equals to Vy initial plus Ayt. Okay, I told you just put this value and as per the situation. The body is going up. Body is going up. We are taking this case, going up. Okay, in that case, Ay should be equals to negative g. Now place the value and solve it. This is the first part. Second part, Vy initial, which is equals to V naught sine of 60 degree. Is it fine? Okay. Time is already given. Time is 5 seconds. So place y final is equals to V naught sine 60 minus gt. So what is the value here of the velocity? Okay, just place it 30 sine 60 degree minus 9.8 times 5. So you solve Vyf, the value is, solve it fast. So you will get negative 23.02 meter per second. So now guys, what we are looking for? We are looking for velocity. Vx x cap plus Vy y cap. So we have Vx. So the value of Vx is 15 and Vy is negative 23.02. So find V is equals to root of 15 square plus negative 23.02 square. So you will get approx value of 27.48 meter per second. Understand? And guys, if you apply this rule, this will become very easy for you to solve all the question. And if you have any other technique, you can solve that. But now the question number third, for a given initial speed, okay, so V naught is given. For an ideal projectile, there is or are means more than one is possible. Launch angle means they are looking for angle theta, for which the range of the projectile is same. Okay, this is, I'm not solving this, I will tell you technique. For range 1 should be equals to range 2. Range 1 should be equals to range 2, because you can have 1, 2, 3 multiple angles. So I will give you a shortcut. So you remember the shortcut. If one angle is theta 1, then second one is theta 2 is 90 minus theta 1. Let's say range 1, okay, you apply, means you throw something like this with angle of 30 degree. Then R2 should be, I told you, 90 minus 30. And if you send another body, let's say with 60 degree, all will, the second one, let's say he covered range of 10 meter, then second is also covered, range 2 is also 10 meter. Is it fine? Let's say one more example. Let's say if I say theta is 40 degree, theta 1, then theta should be 90 minus 40, that should be 50 degree. So that gives you range 1, let's say 20 meter. Then this will also give you range 2 should be equals to 20 meter. Okay, I want to add one more question for you. For this is the range, so for height there is only one angle, theta should be 90 degree. If you throw something exactly up, that will create the maximum height, that will cover your maximum height. Clear? Okay, next question. Okay, a baseball is launched from the bat with an angle of 30 degree. Okay, so guys, theta is given here. Okay, I'm going to use the space so that it will become easy for us to solve this. Okay, so theta is given 30 degree with respect to the positive angle, positive x-axis, with the initial speed. Okay, so V naught is given 40 meter per second. So from here I can say Vxi is equals to V naught cosine 30 degree. Okay, and Vyi is equals to V naught sine of 30 degree. This is easy, and is caught at the same height. Okay, this is the keyword from the question. Let's say this is the projectile. I throw from somewhere else and it will be catched at the same height. Clear? Okay. Assuming ideal projectile motion, positive ix is upward, the velocity of the ball when it is caught. Okay, velocity. Just focus on the same statement which I told you. I told you V is the velocity. So you have Vxf, yes or no, along the x-axis, plus Vyf should be along the y-axis. Do you understand this part? Okay. So what we are looking for, we have to find Vxf. We know Vxf is equals to Vxi, which is equals to V naught cosine 30 degree. Yes or no? Do you understand? Okay, this is the first case. First. Second, we know Vyf is equals to Vyi, and which projection we are taking? Going up. Okay, so minus G times T. Okay, now there is a question. We are taking full projectile. In case of full projectile, so time is equals to, for the full, for the full, so 2 times of v naught sine of theta divided by g. I told you this time. Okay, I'll show you, here I told you how to solve full projectile. You have to focus this word in the question. Are we looking for full projectile or the half projectile? This is for half and this is for full. Clear? Now use the values and solve it. So you have the t final. Clear? So can I place VIY? We know VIY is V naught sine 30. So place all these values. So now you have this equation. So focus on this equation and your question finish. V equals to, this is your VXF. Clear? Okay, so this is your VYI minus G. This is your time full. Okay, full time. 2 V naught sine theta divided by G. So what will happen here? G and G cancel. So V naught sine theta, 2 V naught sine theta. V naught sine theta minus 2 V naught sine of theta, which is equals to minus V naught sine of theta. Clear? So you understand next step? Okay, now place the values. You know V naught 40, theta is 30 degree, minus 40 sine of 30. So this is your final answer. Clear? 34.64 x cap minus 20 y cap. So C is your correct answer. Fine. Next question. Okay guys, this is something very interesting and just focus on the words. In an ideal projectile, the velocity and acceleration of the projectile at its maximum height are. Okay, first thing you need to understand the diagram. This is the diagram and this is the position. And even today I told you in this video, if we are at the maximum height, so the first factor is the gravity factor which is going up. So can I say AY, which is equals to negative G, upward factor, velocity factor. So this will be Vy is 0 and Vx is Vxi cap. Yes or no? Okay, simple thing. And time is, we know for the half, because this is the maximum point. So time is equals to V naught sine theta by G. So there are total 4 factors you need to focus. First factor, Vy final is equals to 0. Second thing, what we are looking for, we are looking for Vx. Vx is equals to Vxf is equals to Vxi. Third factor, acceleration, Ay is equals to negative G, and time I already told you. These are the 4 factors. Okay, so we have the 2 values, horizontal factor and the vertically downward is the acceleration. Clear guys? Easy. Now I thought you are comfortable with the projectile questions, because now they are very easy to solve. Just you need to focus which type of situation they are asking. Clear? Okay guys, so now I will meet you in the next question of question number 12. Until then, take care, bye, and keep on practicing.